Hey there, everyone. It is Jonathan West. Thanks for coming back to my channel. I am a real estate agent with Real Broker. If you hear the TV on in the background, I'm keeping tabs on the Aaron Rodgers situation. If you're not a football fan or you're not familiar with who Aaron Rodgers is, um, he's a quarterback, played for Green Bay. Um, the New York Jets, the Jets signed him to an outrageous, like a stupid amount of money contract, right? In hopes that he can get them to the Super Bowl. Third play of the game last night, excuse me, he goes down with a torn Achilles, and he's probably on the bench for the rest of the year. May even end his career. I mean, he's 38, which is old for a football player. It's not old for just the general public, but it's old for a football player. Anyway, you didn't come here for football news. You came here for real estate stuff. First off, let's talk about, man, yesterday we sold 10 properties, had 10 properties close. Um, Average days on market was 21. Average sales price was 223,578. We can take a look at the average square footage and all that. So, yep. So average square footage is 1696. So it's probably your basic 3 bedroom, 2 bath. $128 per square foot is what everything closed at yesterday. Yeah, so let's get into some more real estate news. So as we all know, home sales are down um, over the year. In our portion of the country, the South, mortgagenewsdaily.com, is showing that we are right at 1.7 million homes sold so far, and that is down 22% from last year. Um, Nationally, we're down 24% from last year. So home sales are down. Why is that? That's a lot because interest rates are up. Right now, what I'm looking at on my screen right now, a 30-year fixed rate mortgage is at 7.3%. That's up 0.08% from yesterday. Um, New home sales are down also. New home sales for our area are down by 6%, almost 7% from last year. Um, so, uh, sorry about that. So interest rates are up, which we knew that sales were going to drop when interest rates were up. That is no shocker at all. Um, the big story that I'm keeping an eye on is this lawsuit. Um, Setzer and Moral, I guess say you pronounce the name, um, sued Anywhere. Um, Anywhere owns a couple of real estate companies. Century 21 comes to mind. Um, Anyway, the company agreed to resolve claims against it for 83.5 million. Let me let that sink in. 83.5 million dollars. That's a huge chunk of change. I don't care how much money your company makes. That's a huge chunk of change. Now, the the premise of this, to the best of my knowledge, and I'm going to actually download and read the case if I can find it online, which I should be able to, um, was that sellers were not aware that they were paying the buyer's agent commission. Okay, they felt like they were being hoodwinked into paying the other agent, and that should not have happened. It was their count, their suit. And obviously the judge agreed with them, or was going to agree with them, because Anywhere settled for 83.5 million, which is, that's the most they could have settled for. So to me, that tells me that Anywhere, formerly Reology, knew that what had happened was illegal and was shady, or else they wouldn't have settled. They would have let it go to court, let it play out, but they didn't. They settled. The settlement encompasses both classes. Attorneys for the plaintiffs wrote, noting that the agreement is subject to the court's approval. Consistent with the parties' agreement, plaintiffs will promptly file a motion in court for preliminary approval of the proposed settlement. In an emailed statement, Steve Berman, counsel for the Morrill plaintiffs and managing partner and co-founder of Hagens Berman Sobel Shapiro LLP, told Inman that the $83.5 million settlement is, quote, a significant milestone in the case. So the end of the second quarter anywhere had accumulated a deficit of 3.1 billion, of which 2.9 billion dollars was debt. So they are hurting. I mean, they are hurting. Then there is the Seitzer and Burnett case, which names the National Association of Realtors Keller Williams Anywhere Remax Home Services and Home Services subsidiaries, BHH affiliates and HSF affiliates as defendants. Was originally filed in 2019, and they won the class action status in April of 22. That suit alleges that NRA rules, including the one called participation rule that requires listing brokerages to offer buyer brokerage commission in order to list a property in realtor affiliated multiple listing services. And their suit is that violates the Sherman Antitrust Act by inflating the seller's costs. Okay. Now, so far, they're the only defendant to publicly call for the NRA to make the participation rule optional rather than a requirement. So there's some things that we need to talk about with this. Okay. I'm like I said, I'm going to read through this case and bring you some more news. But here's what we need to look at with this. And this is just my humble opinion. Bear in mind, I did not go to law school. Okay. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not even going to pretend to be one, but it's going to make buying a home difficult for lower income families. So what this is going to do is people are going to have to either save up more money or they're going to have to figure out a way to finance in their real estate agent's commission. If this all goes through and this all comes to play, those are going to be the only two options, right? Because I see it going to where a lot of sellers are going to say, no, I'm not paying the other agent's commission. That needs to be on their clients. Now, can you really blame them for that? I don't think you can blame them for that, no. But we see that system in some other countries, and it doesn't work. It does not work. There are too many real estate lawsuits in other countries simply based around commission. They're suing each other all the time based on commission. And I don't think we need to go down that road. I think as real estate agents, we need to be more transparent, right? I think we need to be more upfront with, hey, this is the commission. This is how it breaks down. Okay. And here's why it breaks down that way. And when you go buy your house, it's going to break down for you the same way. I think if we as agents are more transparent, more honest, and more forthright, these lawsuits would have never happened. But they have. They've happened. They're here. I want to try to find this case, read over it this evening, and then bring you some more information tomorrow. So this is the original article that I looked at. Okay, the Seitzer Burnett case is scheduled to go to trial October 16th, and it covers 4 MLS markets in Missouri, and they are seeking reimbursement of $1.3 billion, okay, plus potential damages that could raise that up to $4 billion. Guys, this is definitely going to have an impact on the real estate industry. I think it could change the way we do business as we see it, as we know it. So come back tomorrow. I'm going to try to find this lawsuit and read over it. I said that 4 or 5 times. I'm going to try to find it and read over it. and bring you just some kind of thoughts on, kind of what I see is happening here. Um, I don't see anything good coming from this. That's just my personal opinion. Let's take a look here. That's my dog drinking water. You'll just kind of have to bear with me there. Nope, y'all aren't interested in any of that. Um, let's see here. Let's see if we got anything going on that you guys might be interested in. Man, that dog's drinking a lot, isn't he? Jeez. I don't see anything else that you guys might be interested in other than just what we talked about. So I'm going to try to find that case, read it, and bring it to you tomorrow. Hopefully I can. I will see you guys later. Y'all have a good one. Bye.